Is your guys' truck showing this code? Look, words are hard for me sometimes. What I meant to say was, is your truck showing this code? I'll show you how to fix that today. Hopefully. We're gonna try. I know that. Alright, so to get to that screen, you just have your truck in accessory. You know, it's going to be flashing your check engine light. Mine was flashing this yellow one and the red one when the truck was idling, and then the truck died. So I got a code, and then the first thing I did is went to the code. Where is it at? Right there, active fault, hold. So you just hold that down. Takes you right there. MID 128 engine, PID 111, FMI 1. So I'll tell you what that means here real quick, at least my understanding, and where I went from there. Because you can diagnose some of this stuff yourself, guys. You don't have to take it to a shop, you know, and have it sit there for a month waiting to get worked on. Alright, so here's what my truck's doing right there. And it's only doing it while I'm idling. It might be one of those situations where it can only do it while idling. You don't want the truck dying when you're going down the road. But yeah, that red stop engine light starts to flash. This bad boy is it's definitely gonna turn off on its own. Last time I had this happen, I was in, there it goes. Last time I had it happen, I was just north of Houston, and it happened. I was sleeping, and the truck just died. So anyway, I get out of my truck, look around, and there was like white smoke all over the truck stop. And I was thinking, man, somebody cracked a head, and it was me. So that was awesome. $13,000. I had to look up these codes to find out, obviously, what was going on with my truck, but I'm sitting here looking at these, you know, like MID, PID, FMI. What the hell does all that mean? I like to know what I'm looking at. You know, I don't want to just be interpreting stuff from thin air. Like, I want to be able to actually look at this stuff and know what I'm looking at, you know? Have a little bit of an idea. So anyway, the first one, MID. MID, all that is, that just identifies the component that the problem is coming from. So in my case, it's the engine. You know, it could be the transmission, it could be the brakes, it could even be the radio. It's just whatever component of your truck that the problem is coming from. That's what MID is going to identify. Mine says right there, 128 MID engine. So then that takes you to the next one, PID. So PID narrows it down a little more. PID stands for parameter identifier. It's basically just a reading, such as like oil temperature, coolant level, which is what mine is, miles driven, engine RPMs. There's 511 of them total, but there's only a handful of them that are really commonly used. So mine, so we know it's coming from the engine. We know it's an issue with the coolant level, so that takes you to FMI, narrow it down even more. FMI stands for failure mode identifier, so it's identifying what's going on with the coolant level. So mine gave me a number one. Number one is data valid, but below normal operational range. That just tells you it thinks that the coolant is low in the truck. I popped the hood, the coolant's fine, so now that means we got a problem with the sensor or the wiring going to it. So I'm thinking it's the sensor. I don't have the equipment to take that thing off and test it. I don't even know how to do that, to be honest. I'm not like, I don't know that much about electrical, to be honest with you. But I feel like I can figure this one out. Let's hope, guys. I'm not an expert of this stuff, but I do like to actually try to figure things out on my own, obviously. I believe these codes are specific to CAT, but I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. I guess that's all when it comes to that stuff. So now we're going to change out this sensor. Here it is. This side right here. This side is the side that goes into the coolant, and if the coolant drops below this level, it's going to turn your truck off. It's going to throw a code and turn the truck off. We'll put this on and see what happens. I think we're going to have to drain a little bit of the coolant, but not a whole lot. So I parked the truck a little bit uphill that way. You don't have to drain quite as much as you would if it was sitting on a flat surface. Of course, you want to let the truck cool down for a little while. You don't want to be busting open that surge tank with the truck hot. That sucker will fly about 100 feet in the air. All right, guys, let me know how this microphone sounds. Hopefully it sounds better. Hey, at least I can sit back from the phone and my audio sounds good and my face doesn't take up like the entire screen like it used to. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I guess we're gonna get to it. All right, so we got the hood popped on this dinosaur, and here's the surge tank. There's the part we're replacing right there. There's a new one, there's the old one. You know, I usually just put the part up next to the old one before I, start taking stuff apart. Because I have went back to the parts store because I had the wrong dang part before. Looks good to me. So let's see what size it is. We're gonna get a bucket too. Oh, I'm guessing. What do I think that is? I think that is a 15, yeah. Nah, that's an inch. Oh man, I'm good. I got these two buckets up here that I designate specifically for draining antifreeze. Keep them clean. They look like crap right now, so we're gonna have to take it in the house, get her cleaned up. All right, boys, she's had a little time to cool down. We're sitting right there, so we need it to be beneath that. I wouldn't take it loose right here. That's just messy. I went ahead and took the cap off to relieve the pressure. I guess you could take it loose right there, but I'm just not gonna do it. What you wanna do is climb underneath here. And we're underneath the truck now. And it's got this little spot right here, the driver's side lower part of the radiator. And of course, Freight Shaker, they want you to buy their little special tool, but there's a way around special tools. Just get you a chisel, a flathead screwdriver, stick that sucker up in there, and lefty loosey righty tighty, you know the drill. Just stick that up in there, twist it. Come on. Just rolling off. You see it is starting to drip. You can put a rubber hose on the end of that, make things a little easier. She's draining. We don't want this to come out like full force. There we go, she's draining now. We had some technical difficulties. I don't have 4 arms. As this is draining, we're gonna see where we're at up here. Oh man, I'm tired, guys. This damn dog just got out. Went driving all over the place looking for him. And guess what? He was 2 houses down the whole time. I'm not in a hurry, so whatever. All right, boys, I think we're pretty close. You see right there, we're almost there. Go ahead and pull this off. Hey, I pulled an electrical connection off without breaking it. It's pretty good. All right, that's good enough for me. Go ahead and screw this drain plug back in. Oh, get them hands nice and sticky. Yeah, buddy. Don't need no Freightliner special tool. Just get you a wood chisel. Of course, you don't want to tighten this too much, you know. Obviously, it's plastic. That'll work. Just snug, you know. Let's go ahead and get this antifreeze out of here. That way, nothing can fall into it, you know, like grease and dirt and crap like that. Set it in here. We're definitely going to reuse that. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull this bad boy off of here. 1 inch wrench. Get her off of there real easy. There's the old one. Got a some kind of seal right there. All right, let's put the new one on. Well, I guess I was supposed to buy this seal separately or something. I don't know what's going on, but it was still intact. We're just gonna slip it back on there, I guess. Looks all right to me, right? Let's get her on there. As long as it don't leak water, I don't give a crap, you know. Tighten her down, obviously. Not that tight at all with this. Kind of hard to gauge it because it's plastic. It's like, how tight do you get this? This tab went on the bottom, so we'll tighten her on down until I guess this side is facing the bottom, and I'm just gonna call that good. This feels sketchy. Come on, a little more. Don't want to strip out nothing. Get off of that wrench. That's good enough. Bam. Now we're gonna refill this sucker up. All right, boys, we're gonna fill this back up. Use you a good funnel with a screen in it. Don't just use any funnel. Get you a funnel with a screen. Want to make sure it catches anything, any kind of debris. Oh, I hate climbing up here. I need a ladder. There we go. Oh. Just pour it on in. That was easy enough. Cap back on. All right, it's time to start this bad boy up. Hopefully my neighbors don't get pissed. But man, I just gotta make sure this thing is working, and it drives me nuts. Mind of madness, you know. If this didn't fix it, I'm gonna be mad and confused. I'm gonna be mad and confused at the same time. But you know, that could happen. That could happen, people. It just it's a possibility. There's where we're at on our gauges. We're you know, about what is that, 115. We're just gonna sit here for a minute and see what this thing does. Before it was like shutting off, you know, about, I don't know, 5 minutes in. So we'll give her 5 minutes, maybe a little more, I don't know. Okay, while we're out here, we're gonna check this switch. It's not leaking, so that's good. Well, it's been about 10 minutes. Temperature has risen a little bit. So far, the truck hasn't shown any codes. I'm not going to call this a victory for sure, because at the point I do that is, that's when bad stuff starts to happen. So we're just going to call this an adjustment, and yeah, that's what we'll call it. All right. Anyway, next video, guys, we're going to do front brake drums. They are expensive, $350 a piece. You can get ones for the trailer for like $100 a pop, so that sucked. But it is what it is. Truck's got to stop, you know. Check out my next video for that. It'll be a better one than this. I just thought I would throw this out there, you know, in case any of you guys have ran into the exact code is that, and might wonder what that means. Just trying to make sure you guys don't have to call up some mobile mechanic, you know, who's going to charge you an arm and a leg just to look at it, and then, you know, change out a little sensor that costs $40. So if I could help out just one guy, my work here is done. So catch you on the next one, guys. I don't have any promises. Just subscribe to my channel, and you'll get all kinds of good info on freight shakers and a few time-lapse videos. I'm tired, you can probably tell. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. So here's a little preview of what's happening on the next video. Got the drum brake pulled off. Got it in here, so more of that on the next one. But I do have a promise, guys. I do have a promise. If you subscribe to my channel, your grandma will come to visit you if she loves you. So, pretty good promise.